So guys, let's dive into today's tutorial. This training is all about plotting survey plans from A to Z using the AutoCAD application. All right, so there are different ways to plot survey plans: the um, running of script method, the coordinate method, and lastly the distance and angles or bearing method. So I'll just quickly show us the two methods out of the three methods. So the coordinate method and the distance and bearing method is what I'll be adopting. So if you have your data just like what you are seeing on the screen on notepad this way, okay, this is X, which is the distance, Y the northings, all right, and these are 4 points, which is 4 boundary points, all right, and you want to plot your survey plan from A to Z, from beginning to the ending. I'll be using the coordinate method first to plot this particular boundary point. So this is AutoCAD 2008. It's the same thing with 2007. The interface is the same totally. All right, so I'll be using this AutoCAD to plot the survey plan. When you have your data on your notepad, the first thing to do is to open your AutoCAD. All right, so this is not yet installed appropriately. I just want to quickly use it to run this video, so you won't see this popping up on your screen if you have your software already installed to 2007 or 2008. So you won't see these options. So I'll just quickly navigate. So this is how it's going to pop up on your system. So this is AutoCAD. All right, the work environment of AutoCAD. You can see nothing is different. This is the 2007 interface as well. So when you are on your AutoCAD, the first thing to do is to set up your unit by typing UN, then you click on enter. So the unit, the drawing unit, is very important, is key to producing a survey plan with AutoCAD. So here on your length, okay, it's definitely going to be decimal. All right, so the precision, the length precision, this simply means to how many decimal places do you want your distances or your coordinates to be displayed on your survey plans. So if you check survey plans, the number of decimal places is always 2. All right, you'll be seeing 52.52 meters, 52 or 58.32 meters or so. So it is always to 2 decimal places. All right, therefore you are going to let your length precision to be the third option. All right, 0.00. okay, then you come to the angle precision. So what we always have on our survey plan is degree, minutes, all right, and the option here is degree, minutes, and seconds. So you are going to click on that by choosing it. All right, okay. So the next thing is the precision for your angles. Okay, so the angle precision, just like what I explained earlier, on survey plans you always see degree and minutes, you don't always see seconds. Okay, so the precision is going to be, you click on the drop down shadow arrow, okay, then you are going to choose the 0 degree 00 minutes, okay, the second option. You click on that. So that's all for the precision setup. Then you check on clockwise. All survey starts from clockwise directions. Okay, so here on the scale, unit scale, make sure it is on meters, as our length is on meter units, okay, and not feet or whatsoever. But if your survey plan in other regions of the world is on feet or whatsoever, check on the units of interest. However, here it is meters. Okay, so the next thing is to come to direction. You click on that and you check on north. Okay, then you click on OK, and this is for the unit setup. All right, so when you are done with that, you click on OK. So that's the first thing to do when you want to plot your survey plans. So the next thing is to set your point start. This helps you to visualize your coordinates that is plotted on the AutoCAD work environment, and where you navigate to is format. Okay, so on format you scroll down to point style, click on that. So these are the different point styles. It is also used as beacon ID or beacon symbols on solid plans. So I'm just going to adopt this. Okay, then the point size, because my coordinate or the data I have is for a plot of land, is not that large, so I'll be using 1. Okay, so if you have areas that are larger than 1 plot or so, you can use bigger point size. Okay, depending on what you want. So I'm going to use 1 here. Then I'm going to click on absolute unit, set it as absolute unit. Okay, when you are done with the point style, you click on OK. So the next step is now to start plotting your points. Okay, so the next step is to come to the command line. All right, click on the command line. You will see the system beeping on the command line. Then the next thing is to type the coordinates. Make sure you are typing eastings, comma, northings. So this is what I mean. I will come to my notepad. If you have your data on notepad, you just copy the first points. Okay, right click, copy. Okay, then you come to your AutoCAD work environment on the command line. All right, then you are going to type PO, right? PO. Do you get PO? Then you click on enter. So this is going to give you the advantage to start imputing your coordinates. Okay, so you are going to click on the command line, then you right click, then paste. The instance that was just copied on notepad, you click on that, then you put comma. Do you get that? Instance, comma, then you come back to your notepad, then you copy the nothings values, then you paste. Okay, instance, comma, nothings. So that is just the idea. When you are done with that, you click on enter. Okay, so if you can't see the point on your AutoCAD work environment screen, you click on Z, enter, E, enter. That is zoom extent. As you can see, this is the point that was just plotted. Now that is the first point. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead to the second point. Come to your command line as well, PO, enter. Okay, it's going to bring out specify a point, then that means paste your coordinates. All right, instance, copy, command line, paste it. Remember, comma, then you copy your nothings. Paste it, then you click on enter. Okay, if you can't see that other point, remember what you have to do: zoom extent, Z, enter, E, enter. Okay, that is the second point. So you come back to your command line. All right, PO as well, enter, specify points, go ahead and copy the third coordinate, instance, comma, nothings. Okay, this is the third point. Then last point, remember, PO, enter before you copy and paste. Then enter. So these are the 4 points. All right, point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4. So these are my data, and this is how to plot the coordinate method on AutoCAD. Okay, 2007, 2008 versions. All right, so the next thing is to join the line accordingly. Remember, this is based on your method of traverse on site. So I'm going to use the polyline to join these points respectively. So this is my point 1. So remember, if you can't see this OSNAP displaying on your screen, you will come to OSNAP here. All right, right click on settings, then you select all. All right, in case that OSNAP is not functioning, you click on select all. If some boxes are not checked, you click on select all to check all boxes, then you click on OK. You will find out that the OSNAP is activated. So I'm just going to join my points the way I run my traverse on site. So from here to this, to this, to this, and going back to the very last point to close my traverse. Then when I'm done with that, you click on enter. All right, so this is my boundary line. All right, so this is just one of the method of plotting the boundary of your survey, okay, of your survey job. All right, so I'll show you the angle and distance method before I proceed to other things. Okay, so this is going to be deleted. I'm going to delete that. The method is still, the process is still the same thing. Set your units. So I want to show you the angle and distance method. So in either way, you are expected to set up your units the way it should be. Do you understand? So that is just it. You can actually rewind the video to check up on this unit setup. So that is just the unit setup. Okay, so the first thing to do for your angles and distance method, all right, you are going to be having the already made plan, the initial produced plan. Okay, so this is the already made plan. All right, so I'll just extract the angles and the distances information on this. So how to plot the bearing and distance method? You are going to see on the already made plan the origin coordinates, where you have this cardinal point. That is the origin coordinates. You are going to see it written on all survey plans. So below here is the instance of the origin coordinate, and above here, behind here, okay, is the nothings coordinate. So these are the first information you are going to extract. All right, that is the origin coordinate, so that you can coordinate your job. All right, all survey plans, the principle is to start from whole to part, that is from known to unknowns. Okay, so you come back to your AutoCAD work environment, having setting up your units, you come to your command line, then you are to type PO on your command line, enter. So therefore you are now going to copy and paste, or you type manually, the instance of the origin coordinate on the survey plan. All right, this is the instance, okay, 282.312.680, and this is the nothings. So I'll just copy it so that I can be fast. Okay, so this is the particular origin coordinate, so I'll just actually quickly copy this instead of typing one by one. This is the instance, paste comma, then you type also, or copy and paste the nothings, then you click on enter. So this is the point here. So having gotten the origin coordinates of the plan, all right, you are now to extract the angle and distance. Okay, you can see it is coming from this particular direction to this direction to this direction, then back to the origin. So the angle here is 99 degree 90 minutes, then the distance is 33.35 meters. So to plot the angles and distances, this method is the angle and distances method. You have to plot the origin coordinates, then from the origin coordinates you will use the angles and distances to obtain the other unknown point. Then the next thing is to click on the line 2. Click on the line 2. Then from the origin coordinate, you click on that. Right. So when you click on that, so from the origin coordinates, you'll be seeing on the screen, okay, the blue displayed prompt. Okay, so that is where you are going to be inputting your information. So 33.35. all right, then you choose the less than icon on your keyboard. The less than, that is shift, then you are going to see the less than icon. It is with respect to the comma button on your keyboard. So shift less than. All right, so the angle is going to be the next information. The angle is 99 degree, so you type 99, then small letter D. All right, small letter D, then you put the minute, which is 19, then you put the icon for minutes. So you see the double quoted icon on your keyboard. All right, so as you can see, 33.35 less than is the sign, that is the command for angle. Then you input the angles values, which is in this case 99 degree, 99D, 19 minutes. Then you click on enter. So you are going to see it's going to give you the direction of the next point. Okay, so the next information on the next traverse line is 12.43 meters, 190 degree, 06 minutes. All right, so that is the next traverse line we want to obtain. You still come back to your AutoCAD work environment. You type, remember, distance, okay, then angles, 12.43, then the less than sign, okay, which is shift, then you press the less than button on your keyboard. Okay, you can see the less than in red. All right, then the next thing, which is the next information, is the angle information. In this case, 190 degree. Remember, 190 small letter D, which is degree. Then you put the minutes. So the minute is 06 minutes. Okay, 6 minutes. So let's put the angle again, 190 degree, then 06 minutes. Okay, then you click on enter. So that is the next traverse line. So the method we are using now, remember, is the distance and angles method. So the next traverse line, the information there is 33.30 meters, which is the distance, and 272 degree, 12 minutes. So the same procedure. Okay, 33.30, which is the distance. So 33.30 less than, the angle is 272 degree, 272 degree, 12 minutes. Okay, 272 degree, 12 minutes. Then you click on enter. All right, so the next, which is the closing traverse line, is the next information here, 16.53, which is the distance, then the angle is 08, which is 8 degree, 14 minutes. All right, the same procedure. So distance, okay, first, then the angle. The distance is 16.53, 16.53, then the less than sign, okay, then the angle, 8 degree, 8 degree, 14 minutes. Okay, 8 degree, 14 minutes. Then you click on enter. So you can see it has actually joined the beginning line. So when you are done with this, you will now finally click on enter. All right, so this is the angle and distance method. Okay, the angle and the distance method. So that is just how to join the traverse line, to plot the boundary lines on AutoCAD 2007 or 2008. Do we get that? So I have successfully obtained my boundary points, the traverse line. All right, so the next thing I'm going to show you is to start putting the frame and other information. So the next thing is to label the boundary lines. So to label the boundary lines, all right, it's so easy as well. So the fastest method is, so make sure you impute all your boundary points, okay, at the respective places or the boundary points. All right, so this is the four-sided boundary lines. All right, so remember that when you are plotting, make sure to save your job so that your system, maybe the battery is going to shut down or something. So Control S is the command to save your job. Control S, so you save your job to a folder you can always remember. So you can see AutoCAD 2007, that is just very similar. So irrespective of the versions I'm using, it's still 2007, it is saving it as. So I'm just going to save this as training. All right, so my job is saved, so I can continue on savings. So like I said, I want to show you on how to label. The fastest method to label is to come to your command line, then you type DIST, that is distance, enter. So therefore you are now going to start from the first point here to the second point, click on enter. So you are going to see the information, okay, popping up on the screen. So to see the information, you have to come to your command line. You can see above here, you can see distance, all right, and you can see angle in plane. You see distance and angle in plane. These are the two informations that is mostly needed. Okay, so therefore I'm just going to copy out from the angle in plane to the distance. That is the information you need. Right click after you've highlighted the way I just did, copy, then you come to your AutoCAD work environment, then you paste. Right, so this is the information that is extracted on this boundary line. Remember, I went clockwise. Please don't go anti-clockwise, go clockwise, right, so that you can get the correct informations on your survey plan. All right, so when you paste your distance and angle, you double click on that. All right, then therefore you remove these letters, these words. We don't need that. Remove them. Then you put your distance meters, click on enter so that the bearing, the angle can come below. So for you to see the angle sign, which is the degree sign, we are not using the D. You are going to click on shift on keyboard, then you click on percent icon on your keyboard twice, percent, then you now type or click on D on your keyboard. The degree symbol is going to pop out. So as you can see, the degree symbol. All right, so the text font now is not well edited, so you are going to highlight the whole labeling details, then you come to this option here. So depending on what your office is using is what you are going to be using. So therefore I'll be using the area font in the course of this training video. So I'll just type A. Okay, oh sorry about that, that is actually removed. So I'll click on this, then type A. All right, you see the A options coming up. So I'm looking for area, so this is it. I'll click on that. You see that the text label is now well edited. So the next thing you have to take note is the font size. So the font size is the same thing as the text height. So for your survey plan of 1 to 500 scale, the standard text height is 1.2. so you edit that to be 1.2. Do you get that? So after you've edited the standard scale, which is standard test height 1.2 for scale of 1 to 500, if you are doing for scale of 1 to 1000, it is going to be times 2 of this, which in that case is going to be 2.4. Do you get that? So after you are done with that, the next thing is to change the color, but that I'm going to leave that when I'm done with all the labeling. Alright, so when you are done with this, you click on enter. Okay, so that's just that for the labeling. Then you place it on the line of interest. You click on it, right click, then you click on rotate so that you can align the text professionally. Alright, just like what you've seen on the screen. Okay, so you let it sit professionally on the line. So there are some cases the snap will be disturbing, so you just click on snap to off it so that I can accurately align this. Alright, so remember, on your survey plans, the angles is expected to be outside while the distance is inside. So I'll double click on that to edit that. So I'll just cut. Okay, then paste for the angles to be outside while distance is inside. Do you get that? So that I'm going to do for the next traverse leg, okay, by coming to my command line, typing dist, and you click on enter. Then remember, I'm to on my snap again to accurately pinpoint the boundary points. Then come to your command line and scroll up. You see distance equals, then you see angle in plane equals. You copy that from the angle in plane to the distance. Right click, copy, come to your command line, come to your work environment, then paste. Then you repeat the process of editing. Alright, remember to bring out the degree icon, shift on your keyboard, %, then D is going to pop out. It's going to pop out, then you edit the text to area. Alright, remember test height is there the way you want. Then you align by clicking on the text, right click, scroll down to rotate. You align your jaw to sit on the traverse line that the labeling belongs to. So remember, angles outside, distance inside. So that is done. So the next thing for the third traverse leg, the same process. So what I did is to do the same process, angles outside, distance inside. Then you align. Click on the text, click on rotate to accurately align. Text, right click, rotate. Okay, so to space it, remember on survey plan you can actually space it. You can space for your job to look more professional. You highlight everything that you center, and you can come in between the degree, then space on your keyboard. You can move it to the center. Okay, if your snap is challenging, you can off it. You can also off the polar as well if they are challenging, so that you can appropriately okay. Save as you go, very important. So I'm done with the labeling. So that is just how to label your boundary lines, your travel lines. So the next thing is to ID the pillar points. Okay, ID the pillar points. All right, so you can actually copy one of the text, that is by going to copy selection. All right, so you highlight to edit. So if the pillar ID, if they have pillar numbers, you can actually use it. Let's say you are in rivers, RV slash SC, maybe in capital, okay, RV slash SC, which is rivers Socon, and you put the number 2354. All right, if that is how your pillar number is, you can put that. Then you click and you place it on that particular pillar number. However, in the course of this training, I'll just be using the point series, that is PT1. Okay, I'll use the PT1, the point series. Then I'm going to move that to the first point. So you click on the text, right click, copy selection, so that you'll not be repeating the same command all over again, to save your time. Okay, so the only thing you just need to do is to edit it. So this is 2, this is 3, and here is the 4th point. All right, so that's how to edit. Remember, save as you go, Control X. Sorry, I mistakenly delete the angles and distance information. I'm just going to return it back. So that is just how to label the traverse lines. All right, so when you're done with labeling the traverse lines, ID your beacons, you Control S, you save. Then the next thing is to start putting the right appropriate color for your job. So the boundary lines are expected to be red, so you highlight the boundary lines. Okay, you highlight the boundary lines. When you highlight, okay, you come to by layer here, you click on that, then you click on red, so the color is going to change. So the labeling for your boundary line is expected to be red as well. Okay, this is actually depending on geographical locations. There are some they use white, okay, but in the course the general principle is red. So you come to by layer as well, then you change the boundary text or label as red as well. So the beacon is expected to be black. So here on the AutoCAD work environment, black equals white. Okay, so you leave it as this, then you Control S to save. So that is just how to plot the boundary lines, traverse lines, as well as label it generally. So the next thing I'm going to show you is how to put the frame. So this is not expected to be done manually, because offices or organizations by organizations, they have different frame formats. So depending on your organization format is what this is actually um, founded on. So I'll just advise you get a copy of your organization's frame and already made job on AutoCAD DWG file. So this is what I mean. You are expected to have a job that is done by that same company in AutoCAD format. So this is the job, one of the job here on AutoCAD format. Okay, so what I'm just going to do is to open this job on AutoCAD, then copy only the frame out, then paste on the job of interest. So the next thing is to open the template of interest of your organization, so that we can copy just the template, the frame, okay, of the survey plan, so that it can suit their job description. So to do that, all you have to do is to minimize the work environment of your AutoCAD, then reopen the AutoCAD again so that a new work environment can be created. All right, so you will see that, okay, you will see this. So click on OK. So this is a new work environment on AutoCAD. All right, so if you click below your AutoCAD here, you are going to see a two, okay, work environment. By my left hand side is the one we are working with, while by my right hand side is the new work environment we create, so that you can load in your the template of interest. So when you're on your new work environment, you go to file, all right, you click on open, then you navigate to the folder where the AutoCAD job of your organization is. So this is one of the one I'll be using, Borikiri job 2007 or 07. All right, so you click on the file, you are going to see the job displaying as a preview here. Then you click on open, then you click on yes. So okay, this is the template I'll be using. All right, this is the template. What I need just here is the frame and everything that has to do with the frame. However, what is here is the plan and other informations which I do not need. Okay, so here you are just going to highlight all that has to do with the frame, okay, the template, so that you will not need to start plotting all over again, that is designing the frame all over again, to avoid mistake. So as you can see, I have highlighted all that has to do with the frame. Okay, when you are done highlighting, you right click, you click on copy. Okay, when you click on copy, you will now come to the work environment you are working on. Okay, I want to paste the frame on this job, so I'm just going to click on Ctrl V, or I right click, then click on paste. Okay, so you can see this is the frame. So just make sure that professionally you center the frame so that other informations on the plan can be plotted. So that is just how to bring in your frame of interest. So if you see that some of the information is not well balanced, you just have to balance it yourself. Okay, so that's how to bring in the frame. That is not all. Remember, there's an access road to this property, so if there are other details, you just have to plot it yourself. Okay, so the access road is 7 meters in length. So if you have the coordinates of the road, you can actually plot it with the coordinate method. So you are going to be having your point somewhere here and also somewhere here, depending on the data you collected on site. So you just have to join the road, okay, with a line 2. All right, so it can actually extend, okay, beyond the property depending on what you collected on site. Okay, so that is just for the road, and that is not all. Your road is expected, if it's an existing road, it should be a break line kind of line. All right, but if it is a proposed road, it's not going to be broken lines. All right, so this is what I mean. This is an existing road. You can decide to copy and paste, that is copy selection. All right, right click, copy selection, and you target existing road. Okay, liberate existing road. Remember, this is a detail, it's gonna be white. Then you bring it down to the road, then you can actually space it to look more professional. All right, so that is an existing road. Okay, so this should be a broken line. So all you have to do is to come to by layer here, the middle by layer. Okay, you click on order. So here on order, you go and load your broken line of interest. So I'm just going to use the tiniest one, right? Hidden. So these are different broken lines. You can decide to use any one of interest. So I'll use JIS 02 0.7. All right, you click on it. When you load it, you click on OK. All right, so you highlight your line you want to break. This is for the road. Come to the by layer center, then you click on the JS02 you loaded. So as you can see, it's broken perfectly for us. Alright, so that is just how to put for the road informations. So that is how to put for the road information. So the next thing is to align your coordinates, the origin coordinate to the frame. Okay, this true north symbol is expected to align with the origin coordinate, which is our P1 in this case. So this is what I mean. All right, it's expected to be aligned. So you are going to be using the polyline 2, okay, as well as the auto auto mode is going to be activated, so that we can get a very perfect straight line both in the 90-degree and in the 180-degree cardinal point. All right, so to align this cardinal point accurately is to activate your polyline 2. You click on it. Okay, you make sure your auto is checked, that is, it is on. You can see auto on. All right, you click on it to on it. Then you are going to click on the middle of your point 1. All right, then you click to the top of the upper frame. You click on enter. Then you scroll down again to the center of your pillar. Then you go left side, touching the frame. Please, touching the frame, very important. Then you go to the center again, to the right hand side this time, touching. You zoom very well to touch the frame. You come to the center as well. Then you scroll, touching the frame. Okay, so when you are done with that, you click on enter. So all you have to do now is to align. Okay, align. I just want to perfect that. Alright, is to align your true north to the cardinal point. So you highlight your true north symbol. You right click, click on move, then you move it to the edge, center of the line. All right, so as you can see, the true north is aligned, straight line to the first cardinal point of your survey plan, all right, of your property. Then you move this as well. So when you delete by mistake, you click on Ctrl Z, which is undo, to revert the command. You click on the line, right click, move, as well as this, move. Okay, so you move this as well. Alright, so when you're done with that, make sure you Ctrl S, save your job as you go. Okay, so I have successfully aligned the true north and the coordinate to the origin point. Alright, so I'm just going to delete the line, the polyline I used to align my true north. Alright, so that is just that. Then the very last thing is just to use same on the auto mode, as well as to show the cardinal points. Okay, so this is expected to be in blue. Come to my layer, change that to blue. Okay, so that is the origin cardinal point. Zoom, extend to see the whole full plan. All right, so that is just how to put the frame and align. So you make sure you edit the coordinates of the origin coordinates to the rightful information. So what you copied may not be the same thing as what is actually on the copied frame. So all you have to do is to come to your command line, you type ID. Okay, it's going to ask you to identify points. Then you click on the point you want to identify. So that is the coordinate displayed on the screen and as well on the command line. So this is X, which is the distance. You just copy it. Then you paste. Make sure you edit the text size to what you need. You highlight and edit. So you do the same thing for the nothings. ID, then you paste, then edit the text. Alright, so that is just that. Okay, so other information is expected to be well edited. You edit it to the right. Okay, so here you are expected to click on it, then you edit the title of the owner of the property, okay, respectively. All right, so this is scale up 1 to 500. So you can actually check my YouTube video on how to scale and rescale to any scale of your choice. Okay, so to calculate the area of your property, okay, you are expected to calculate the area, then edit it to be the right area of the property. So you just come to your command line, then you type area, then click on enter. So therefore you are going to be given an advantage to choose the edges, the property points. So you start from 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then you close to back to 1, then you click on enter. So this is the area here below on your command line. Area equals 480.64, which is a plot. You copy it. Okay, then you come to the area, then you just edit just the value, then you paste. Okay, 480.64 square meters. So that is just all about producing survey plan. So here you can go ahead and edit the plan number, okay, edit the date. All right, and that is just how to plot a plan using AutoCAD 2007 or 2008 version. So easy and fast in the professional way. So that is just all. Thank you for watching. All right, if there are any questions, you can actually ask. Okay, you can actually ask. See you again.